Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, General Hospital. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. General Hospital just set the stage to let Heather off the hook for all those murders. Heather has never been what we call stable on General Hospital. Longtime viewers know that well. But finding out that she was a hook-wielding serial killer who put, among others, Britt into an early grave still felt like one heck of a jump. General Hospital spoilers March 18 to 22. Now though, we may have found out why it happened and gotten her off the hook for, at least, her most heinous crimes, because on today's episode, we learned that Heather was suffering from metallosis, which led to cobalt poisoning from her hip replacement. To be clear, both Heather and the show were a bit fuzzy on when this hip replacement happened and how long the cobalt's been poisoning her mind, as well as her blood. It's not entirely clear whether they're going to use this to explain her mental imbalance in general or just dial back her extreme murderous tendencies. But as far as excuses go, it's actually not bad. Despite its odd-sounding name, metallosis is, indeed, a real condition, often caused by metal joint replacements rubbing against each other and releasing metals into the bloodstream. And cobalt poisoning from hip replacements is also very real. According to DrugWatch, we're relying on expertise outside of our own here to make sense of some really technical medical research. Symptoms of cobalt toxicity can include depression and other mental health conditions, as well as cognitive impairment. A few years back, Grey's Anatomy even explored this when Dr. Richard Weber was diagnosed with cobalt poisoning from his hip replacement, causing dementia and Parkinson's-like symptoms and making him act very out of character. With that said, there's no word on whether it can make you a serial killer, but we'll allow it if that's the explanation. Heather's never been well-balanced, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say that piling onto her mental problems could have pushed her to some dark extremes. On top of that, we got a surprisingly touching talk between Heather and Laura that kind of beautifully addressed the sometimes disjointed nature of soap opera characters. While Heather was coming to terms with her diagnosis, Laura stepped in. "If it makes you feel any better," she admitted, "I feel like I've lived a few different lives, and sometimes I can't always connect the dots between them." "It's so random," Heather marveled. "It's just so disjointed. Sometimes I feel I'm in Freefall." And that gets right to the heart of how different writers can put different spins on characters, resulting in some major jumps sometime. And with the new General Hospital writers' material beginning to air, it sounds like that might be what's happening right now. Except, instead of another disjointed jump, they're trying to get things back to how they were. Heather signed off on surgery to have the replacement removed. And while there are risks, once it's out and the cobalt poisoning stops, people can return to their healthy, normal selves. We guess we'll find out soon enough what that means for Heather, but if nothing else, it may just stop her freefall once and for all. Heather may be about to join our photo gallery of General Hospital villains who've been redeemed, which you can see below. General Hospital's Jason told the truth, but not the whole truth. Here's the part he left out. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting had viewers on the edge of their seats during the March 14 episode, as Jason explained to Michael where he'd been since his latest death. And his story made sense. We could totally buy John and the Fed's strong-arming Stone Cold into becoming a weapon against the forces of darkness. More than words. 5 drama-filled search puzzles for soap opera fans. But that's obviously only one piece of the puzzle. The feds have no shortage of marksmen. They don't need Jason to be their assassin. What they might find harder to come by is an individual with mob ties as deep as Jason's. Someone that a big bad would delight in using against his or her enemies. So yes, at the end of the day, Jason is working, however reluctantly, for the feds. But to accomplish the mission that's been set forth for him, we wager that he's had to infiltrate the underworld empire of Cyrus Renault. How can we be sure? First, let's look at Jason's actions since his resurrection. Apparently, he helped take out bonkers mafia queenpin Olivia Jerome, and he had to have been a part of the deliberately botched hit on Sunny and Ava. Who would want them pushing up daisies? Besides the few folks who haven't drunk the "but some mobsters are good mobsters" Kool-Aid. Cyrus. If he were to remove from the chessboard all of Port Charles' other career criminals, it would be game over. And he'd have won. There wouldn't even be any rival mafiosos around to scoff at his "I've changed" mantra. Second, let's look at Jason's new ink. In Steve Burton's years away from General Hospital, he got a massive religious tattoo on his arm. It would be pretty clever of the soap to work it into the story rather than cover it up by eventually revealing that Jason got it to prove his allegiance to pious Cyrus. You can take a closer look at the intricacy of the artwork below. Get your own temporary tat. $2.50. Buy now on Amazon. What do you think? Do all roads lead to Cyrus? Share your theory in the comments. And on your way, check out our massive new General Hospital photo gallery below. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching.